Well, gang, you might want to clench your butt cheeks for this one. Hide your kids, hide your wife. We're gonna dive right into it. If you're new, you do not have to subscribe. You do not have to like the video. None of that. I post random stuff, but check this one out. Roll it. So this is the moment. Paranoid Russian air defense shoot at their... Couldn't even finish reading, but okay. There were fears the chopper was a new style Ukrainian drone and it came under sustained fire, but apparently evaded the attacks. Gotta be the millions, man. One war channel said the enemy could have used a helicopter type drone RZ-500 or something similar. The RZ-500 has a maximum range of 186 miles, not far enough to reach the Moscow region. Sheesh, man. And yeah, this is that so-called UFO right there, or drone. Let's up the volume. Is this thing making that noise? Because usually you do hear the fact that these UFOs are silent and you do not hear anything, right? I mean, I'm just saying, right? Like, this is something that you hear all the time. So does that mean that this is actually a drone? Or do you think that it's actually a UFO that's reverse engineered by us? Or do you think this is just a drone? Simple as that. Or is it an alien drone? Yeah, it's pretty wild, actually. Wait for it. So they're gonna start shooting at that. Ukrainian military channel said Russian air defense near Moscow tried to take down its own helicopter, mistaking it for enemy what? UAV. Damn. Like Call of Duty, right? And this was that moment where they start shooting at it. Holy. Yeah, they were like lighted up. Okay, we're gonna do our part too then. Yeah, defense system pretty bad. It's not working. Bruh. There were no reports of a helicopter or a drone being downed, nor damage from a drone explosion hitting a target. Okay, bro, then that's a UFO, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Like that, then that's you're telling me, okay? Russia is a superpower. You're telling me with thousands of nukes that they got going on, with all the money they have, or with all the military power they got, and they were shooting at that thing, okay? They were lighting it up. They were lighting it up, and you're telling me they couldn't even manage to get one alleged UFO drone down? Nah, some different about this one. I want to know your thoughts, but wait for it. Holy, yeah. Crazy times, man. Crazy times. Trump gotta tariff that UFO, though. Tariff that drone. It's still flying. Still in one piece, huh? Not good, not good. Right there, look at that twat. Oh, there goes, it's coming, oncoming. I don't know, man, what happened to that? Still moving. Yo, aliens coming before GTA 6? Maybe. These lights are reflection, okay. Reflection perhaps from the window or the lights that are on the ground, yeah. Thoughts on this one? Man, they shot that thing and it's still moving like pretty slow. It's like, yeah, okay, yeah, whatever, right? Now, apparently this is also going around. So people are saying that UFO was captured in Vancouver, Canada. I'm in Canada, by the way. Yeah, tell the homie Trump to not put tariffs on Canada, me. Alright, roll it.
They actually called a fucking UFO. What the fuck is this? Oh my god. That's a real shit. Oh my god. Bro.
Yeah, you're looking at the slow-mo version there? Holy, yeah, look at that.
What the fuck is that, dude? Why the fuck did it just made a perfect triangle? It made a fucking triangle!
Yo, that is crazy. I mean, you see the lights all...
Oh my god! We actually caught a fucking UFO! Take still shots too.
So this is a real-time video without slow-mo?
It just made a perfect triangle! It made a fucking triangle! Whoa, bro.
Mom, get the camera!
Oh my god! We actually caught a fucking UFO. What the fuck is this? Oh.
I mean, listen, I don't know. This is hard to... It's very hard to say whether this is legit or not, but insane capture nonetheless. If it's legit. I want to know your thoughts on it. And check this one out. Shout out to Third Phase of Moon for this one. And the US military ended up releasing, or I should say Jeremy Corbell. I got a bunch of other videos, man. I tell you guys ain't ready for this one, man. We also got News Nation reporting, and yeah, I tell you guys are not ready for this one. Okay, let me just put it that way. Or maybe you are. Put your seat belts on if you are ready. Roll it.
So we're looking at this right now.
Right now, yeah.
Coming in from Jeremy Corbell, apparent military footage dropped, and I don't know. What are we seeing here, Brent? What's your thoughts? Well, people are going to claim that's a Tic Tac, and who knows? Maybe it is. These people, these personnel, the military, they're saying this thing is a transmedium. It goes into the water. We're looking at this footage right now. Anything's on the table. This could be the real deal right now and what we're looking at, or it could be something mundane. We just don't know. We need more information. I do like that the military is coming forward, and Corbell is collecting these leaked videos from the military is always impressive.
Damn, man, Corbell stay catching them leaks. Wait, what? Pause, brother. Stay psyched, though. But now, we ended up getting this video, okay? So this is legit. That's the craziest part, right? And we've had similar videos that the US military released in the past too. And now they're releasing it again. And check this out. So I want to show you guys a very short clip. Roll it here.
So first you kind of see this wide pan, and there's a couple targets that are in that area. And then it kind of punches in to that rectangle, and it appears the object comes up, but it doesn't. I believe that the camera is auto tracking from the bottom left object. So it doesn't actually rise up in space. So, but the targeting system punches in, and you can see it's not artifacts because it's getting these little white X's.
Yeah, so
right here.
What does that mean? What does that little blotch mean? It's
tracking,
it shows that it's moving. It really is moving, right?
Well, yeah, and mainly what it shows is the system is trying to auto track. It's trying to find the target like it's a real target in space time. It's out there. It's an object, and it is loitering at least at this moment.
Right here, you see the X right here. There was here. I've seen this video, right? But sometimes if you pay attention, the X isn't always on the object. Maybe it's malfunctioning, or maybe it's having a hard time detect it, which is crazy. But let's keep on keeping on.
Have to really look at the designation of the numbers and see, like, is it slewing at all?
You see, like right here, so it actually managed to track that well. But then it put it right there. It put the X right there, although the object, the UFO in question, is underneath.
To see the movement. So it's undetermined for me if it's loitering at this moment.
Again, it puts the X there, and now it puts the X on the target. So it's having, like, I mean, listen, bro, if the auto detection technology is having a hard time detect this UFO, oh man, it's over for us, dog. So you're telling me we as Homo sapiens, we couldn't even develop a technology that can actually track him properly? What? Say psych, homie. Nah, man, that gotta be cap, as the kids would say.
But at some point, all four, they do move, and this is the reports that came to us and verified on radar, is that they all shoot off at the same time. So again, just to kind of paint the picture, somebody's looking out on the bridge. They see one of these craft come up out of the water and rise up. They run over to their radar, and in fact, they do see 4 hard targets, like distinguished targets, not ghost targets, like they're there. Ooh, they then move over to this thermal camera, Sapphire, and just like the USS Omaha, and they're able to see big picture and then punch in, and they're kind of like making jokes as they talk about it, which shows you that they see these things sometimes. They're talking about, quick, scramble the jets. They're kind of uncomfortably making jokes. And then somebody goes, well, it wouldn't surprise me, I tell you. And then somebody...
that shape kind of looks familiar, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
What would you call that? Kind of tic-tac?
Yeah, I mean, if that's the thing, though. If they never said that this footage was legit, I mean, coming from US military, and if they never said this footage is new, we would be like, yeah, this is like that 2004 footage, maybe an alternative camera recorded it, so we're getting the same UFO recording, but from a different angle or from a different camera, because it looks similar to that, right? And I mean, it's interesting, don't get me wrong, but it's like, can a brother perhaps get some bigger than this? Can we get to see like photos, images, videos of UFOs that are very, very close, and also footage of the alien twats, like the actual biological entities, the ones that David Grush has talked about? I mean, it's been over a year, 2 years maybe, right? You remember when we were hearing about the US Congress hearing? Right, exactly my point. We heard that, and he said that, yeah, we got biological entities. What happened to that? What happened to that? We want to know the truth. We demand answers. We demand answers. We demand answers. The public, the taxpayers demand answers, or abolish or completely annihilate the taxes, okay? Remove the taxes. Remove the taxes if you're not gonna give us the truth, man. We tired, bro. We sick and tired of being sick and tired, man.
Tacky?
Yeah, that's what they called them.
Familiar, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
What would you call that? Kind of tic-tacky?
Yeah, that's what they called them. They called them the 2023 Tic Tacs. And yeah, the shape itself, it's not quite spherical. It is pretty much identical to what you see with the Tic Tac UFO released, filmed in 2004.
Yeah,
this is a kind of more modern version, probably lower altitude because of the camera system.
Oh, that's
But yeah,
cool.
it's shaped. The signature is shaped like a Tic Tac in the same area.
Damn. Yeah, so this this recording was done back in 2003, and now it's coming out. So how was it leaked? We don't know. I mean, Jeremy Corbell released it. That's what we know about it. It's US military, secondly. But third of all, we just don't know, like, where, how, this or that, right? We don't know the nitty-gritty. But now check this one out. And real quick, guys, if you do have Instagram, I would love to have you there just in case some bad happens or some goes wrong. You never know, because we're covering topics like these. You know, X, Twitter, if you do have Twitter or X, I would love to have you there too. Links are always down below. It's same as my YouTube channel, username SKizzle. You search that, you're gonna find it. Alright, let's get back to the content here. Boo Boo, roll this one.
Welcome back, and guess what? There is some brand new UAP video that just dropped, possibly shot from a Navy ship, once again off the coast of Southern California, which for some reason, like, has been this.
Yeah, this is that one which I already showed you guys, but wait for it.
Very, very weird hotspot for all kinds of unidentified flying objects that don't seem to care that there are all kinds of Navy warships that are out there training.
I mean, you know, let's be realistic. This is not a foreign entity. If it was, they would control us. It's not China. It's not Russia. It's something else, and we need to address it. And we're not. And it's been a cover-up since Roswell. The Russians, the Chinese, every one of them has a Roswell-type incident that they'll talk about. We need to get it out in the public. You see these pictures; these are obviously not American aircraft. If you believe your Bible, read first chapter of Ezekiel. Ezekiel saw the wheel. It pretty much describes what you would describe now as a UFO, an aircraft from outer space that comes and lands on the planet Earth. I mean, read it. I know you know, everybody's going to say I'm a tinfoil hat wearing redneck, but the reality is it's something out there, and we're not addressing it.
Transparency breeds trust. New boss, same as the old boss. This administration is no better when it comes to transparency about UAPs. Investigative journalist Jeremy Corbell, along with his partner George Knapp, got their hands on newly released Navy footage of UFO sightings from 2023. What you're looking at right now is the footage and what Corbell believes to be one of 4 tic-tac-shaped UFOs, I'm sure there's a better way to talk about them, emerging from the water, then flying at supersonic speeds.
Crazy.
Out of the water, supersonic.
Out of the water, yeah.
Corbell then spoke to an unnamed member of the Navy who witnessed these firsthand, said this.
To see the lights emerging from water, what we witnessed was all 4 of them, all in synchronous, jetting off into the abyss. All 4, all timed together, and all left.
It was definitely a family. So thankfully it was not like a single alien mom or single, it wasn't a single mom. Bruh. It was like a family of 4, maybe like fathership, we had a mothership, and we probably had like 2 kids. I mean, that's cute though. Like an entire like UFO alien family was like, okay, let's, you know, let's go there, let's go there, let's go there. Okay, let's go that way, right? Okay, so yeah, probably that. Okay, that's cute. That's cute.
We were like, holy shit. Maybe 3-4 seconds pass, I run to my station and I look at my radar and they're all gone.
Now, quick refresh about why this area matters.
They probably had an appointment, so they were probably getting late. They were running late, so they were like, okay, let's, they probably had a dentist appointment, right? So
so much. 2004, we've all seen this video that was showing what was described by Navy pilots flying off the USS Nimitz as a white Tic Tac that was zooming around in ways and speeds they just could not explain. In 2019, sailors on the USS Russell, again off the coast of San Diego, seeing what they described in night vision goggles as upside down pyramids, and then brings us to today. This new infrared video just released by documentary filmmaker.
Real quick, thoughts on footages like that, where you obviously have like military recording it, so that definitely adds to the credibility. But do you actually like what you're seeing right now? Do you feel like that you want more than this? What I mean by this is like actual up-close UFO videos with 4K quality, and we get to see the real shape of it. We get to see the colors, like what color are these objects, right? We've seen the X-ship UFO in the very beginning. People were joking about it. Then it's like, yeah, some believe it, some don't. And that topic also died down. I'm talking about the News Nation report with that the guy that never like blinks, you know, Jig Barber guy, eyes wide open guy. And the internet gave him that name, okay? So he released that X-ship UFO, right? And that was very interesting. I mean, if true though, if true. So some believe that, some don't believe it. Yeah, right? Like we definitely want more videos like that where we get to see UFOs up close. And now, for how many decades we've been seeing videos like that? For how many decades we have been talking about it? I guess it's overdue. It's long. It has been long overdue for a while, and now more so than ever. And they also, Annapolina Luna, one of the U.S. Congress worker, I could be wrong, I don't know her actual credentials. All I know is that she has a position in the government, right? So she did claim a while back that they are putting together a task force team that's gonna be declassifying the JFK files, the 911 files too, you know, the EP Island files. So far we got the JFK files though, right? Whether it's true or not, that's like, yeah, whatever. But they did reveal that. But she also did claim that we're gonna be getting the UFO and aliens files too. Oh, shit. And we're still waiting for that. Now, surely it may take a couple more months. Maybe it's gonna take a year or two extra. That's fine if they are. The reason I'm saying that's fine, I mean, it's not fine. We demand answers right now, okay? Immediately, effective immediately. Okay, we demand it right now. But if we for real get it, then I'm cool waiting another year. Like, what's extra year? You know what I mean? Like, we have been waiting for decades and decades. So what more an extra year of waiting gonna do? I mean, yeah, an extra year of waiting, that's nothing in comparison to all the decades people have waited, right? So yeah, that's where I'm at, but I want to know your thoughts too. Roll it.
Jeremy Corbell showing what he says was an incident on the USS Jackson. It's one of these littoral ships, one of the highest tech ships that we have in our arsenal. And according to Corbell, Navy sailers were
coming out of the water. When you've been on the water more in your life than you haven't been, you know the difference.
Yeah, man, this is an interesting case. There is power.
Did Trump break? Wait, what's this like?
You know the difference.
No sign.
Yeah, man, this is an interesting.
Did Trump break promise on UFO transparency? Yeah, I don't think Trump's gonna. I mean, we heard him like on the Joe Rogan podcast a while back. He does not seem too interested, or it's like another one of those theories that perhaps he knows about it and he was told to not talk about it, and it's serious matter, therefore he's not gonna. I mean, no president really has. There have been a lot of presidents that did claim that once they are in office, they're gonna reveal the truth, but once they are in office, they never reveal the truth, right? So maybe the matter is really that serious that, yeah, like, it's just that they become presidents and they never reveal it because it's that serious. I want to know your thoughts on it. So I mean, if any president were to do it, I suppose Trump would do it, but we're at a point where I don't think even Trump's gonna reveal the truth, though, to be fair, though. If he does, that would be crazy, man.
Interesting case. There is power in military footage. It's few and far between that we get great sensor data on something that is truly anomalous, and that's what we're seeing here, backed up, of course, by the eyewitness testimony. You know, this ship is one of the most technologically equipped ships, but additionally, this is a senior ranking Navy official who I believe will end up coming forward. They saw these craft coming out of the water, at least one of them coming out of the water. That's transmedium. This is in the Combat Information Center. Also, they saw 4 of them in total. They saw them on radar, then they picked them up in thermal. That's why it looks black and white. But if you look at a plane through that system, you see wings, a tail, exhaust, rotors, all sorts of heat signatures. You're not seeing that here. So again, it was tracked on radar, tracked on thermal. There was a kind of a synchronized, coordinated, instantaneous departure described to me and George Knapp by the first-hand witnesses. This is really reminiscent of the 2004 Tic Tac UFO, where Commander David Fravor, who testified in front of Congress, chased a UFO for the United States military. Cat's out of the bag. Sailors are seeing stuff, and now we have more evidence. And in fact, these are senior ranking Navy officials. You know, they don't want to go by their full identity at this time, but they will at some point. They're in the Combat Information Center. They get this footage. It's FLIR, forward-looking infrared. So it's black and white. What you're supposed to be seeing, we don't see. We don't see tails. We don't see thermal plumes. We don't see any signature of a normal aircraft. So that's what makes this case fascinating. We have both witnesses coming forward as well as the hardcore data and evidence.
And does that mean white is hot, black is hot there, or what's the thermal imaging and like why do we see that tic tac shape?
Sure. Yeah, so this is in black hot. It can switch between the two. But what's really important about this is that the high-ranking Navy officials said, we saw one of these come up out of the water. We then went to radar and we saw 4 of them. We then took our thermal cameras and we looked at one. And when you look at a plane, it looks like a plane. This doesn't look like a plane. In fact, it looks like the Tic Tac from 2004, where Commander David Fravor chased a UFO for the United States military. So look, it's tracked on radar, it's tracked on FLIR. We're lucky to have some of this footage that you're able to see now. But what you're not seeing, Gotti, is you're not seeing the typical signatures you'd see on an aircraft. There's a very unique propulsion system.
I believe like there would be a little bit of, you would see the propulsion system, like the jet stream, perhaps like a little bit off it at least, right? But there's nothing here. So it's like moving very much like independently. I mean, it's moving like a tic tac, right? Like a ping pong ball.
It appears from this footage. And again, people have come forward and risked to bring this footage to me and George Knapp. And as journalists, we have a duty to put it out after investigating it. I'm glad that it's out now.
But did you see this video right here? If not, guys, click on this video on the screen and I'll see you right there. Apparently, they ended up releasing some crazy footage of these creatures out there. Check it out and I'll see you right there.